If you have recently had planning refused by your local council, this video seeks to provide some quick tips to consider before you appeal a planning decision. I'm Patel, one of the founding architects at Formed Architects, and understand that getting a refusal can be disappointing. But before you embark on an appeal, make sure you have considered the following things. Did your original proposal comply with local guidance? The local planning authority are likely to have referenced the local plan and policy that does not meet compliance in the decision notice or officer's report. Take the time to understand what their reasons for refusal are and if you think these can be overcome through another application. Your second application is often free, so this should be considered before going for appeal, since this is likely to be a lot quicker. Some material things, such as area sizes, etc., cannot be overcome, and in our view, these basics should be thrashed out at the design stage rather than a time-consuming appeal where you are likely to get refusal on the same grounds. If, however, the proposal complies with policy and the planning officer has refused the scheme on other grounds, then you may have grounds for appeal. Sometimes refusals can appear to be subjective, and this is where you'll want to consider the appeal process. The appeal process should not be taken lightly. It is time-consuming and can be expensive, particularly if you have to hire other consultants such as a planning consultant to strengthen your case alongside your architectural team. Appeals are submitted to the Planning Inspectorate, who are currently based in Bristol, and they will assess the submission made against the counter-arguments made by the council, who have a right to reply. The planning inspector will visit site and then make an assessment to suit if it is a written appeal process. This is the most common appeal process, especially for homeowners. Crucially, to have the most successful appeal, you have to ensure that a clear case is made as to why you think the council's decision should be overturned. This case should create a counter-argument to the council's reasons for approval, and you may want to support this with additional material from what was presented at planning. This can include additional drawings and models and montages to show the impact of the scheme. It may also be useful to include other precedents in the area that have been approved that support your case. If impact on neighbouring properties or loss of light or amenity is cited as a reason for refusal, advisable to use software modelling to show the inspector that this is not the case. Light models and diagrams can be used to show this. Typically, 1 out of 3 appeal submissions are overturned, so the key is to make a really good case at the outset, as you will not be able to speak to the inspector when they visit, so you'll want to ensure this is covered in the written submission. Appeals are time sensitive from the date of refusal on the decision letter, and you should discuss the strategy with a professional and establish if there is additional work that needs to be done to overcome the council's concerns. If you have recently had planning refused and want to understand your strategy going forward, the team at Formed Architects would be happy to run through this and see if appealing is likely to be the most worthwhile way forward in your instance, or if a new application is likely to put you in better stead. Please do get in touch if this is you and see how we can help you.